said, oh, she went on live streams and cried and talked about how she's really scared of me. All the usual bullshit. Victim mentality. Princess bullshit.
All these women reject me, and it's bullshit. Okay, Kel, come on. Get in there.
I'm like,
Jesus.
you're pulling shit out of your ass. Like, can we get a link or a reference? I'm like, you're just pulling shit out of your ass.
Oh, now we're gonna do that.
Okay, grid one.
No,
grid
I'm gonna
one.
do a lot of
energy.
research. Kel, anyone can see that you're
you can cook them easily, Kel. Just said you wouldn't fuck them in the first place, and if you're confident enough, people would believe you.
Dude, I'm like, Sarah, I missed you, but I'm like, this is almost why I didn't hop up.
I miss Sarah too.
I knew it was gonna be like this.
Oh my God, are you feeling unsafe, honey? Are you feeling unsafe, little princess?
No, girl, you're always fighting the invisible.
Alcoholic, drug
She just doesn't like you.
Walk down an escalator.
No, she's been sober. I caught that. She's been sober.
The world. Oh, princess.
Bro,
Sarah,
She's not related to you, so I think she's safe.
Fuck you.
Ben, you're fighting
Fuck
You're fighting an invisible man.
All right,
That is true.
chat, you have 7 minutes to it's hit it or
6 or
quit it
7
mode.
minutes.
You failed on the last 3 donos, so now it's one big fat red dono. I'd love to continue this show tonight because we've got the Thorps, we've got Kinetic Kel finally back here at Mater Nation. She's so adorable. We've got Ghosty, who hasn't really been here a whole lot, but particularly recently with the particular debates. But my goodness. And Lasagna Kill, I haven't seen you in a while, so we've got the old school gang making their way back.
I just want to say I love feminism. You know, the reason why Ben doesn't like feminism is because, you know, without feminism, like he needs to actually do the work. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Ben, it wasn't like how it was before.
What?
Yeah, like actually like being a good person, right?
Isn't your point with feminism he has to do the work? Without
Grace
feminism?
is so autistic. No, bring it back to Ben and Kel. No, bring it back to that. That's the content. Sarah agrees with me. Bring it back. And she fucking left. Oh my God. All right.
Well, she left as soon as you opened your mouth.
Well, okay, look at how your dad talks to people, though. Like, do you think that's gonna like attract any like modern woman?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
there's more
of course
females
not.
on the panel than usual. You didn't bring them here, so.
All the milkshakes bringing them to his yard.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, there were already 3 ladies on this panel when this show started. Then Ben showed up. Kinetic Kel came here for me. So in that effort,
came here for
no
you too, yeah.
ladies came here for Ben.
Except Grace.
Okay,
No,
that's just
definitely not.
insulting a guy when he's down. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Sarah?
I'm okay with that.
LaLo came here for my dad. Sarah, LaLo came for my dad. Let's go. Come on.
See, because
Yeah.
LaLo and Ben are gay for each other.
So true.
Mhm.
Okay, so my point being though is that what?
I'm sorry. Last time I checked in on you guys, fucking Grace was cursing LaLo out for being an R-wordist because she touched you touched her in the RV when y'all were sleeping in bed together.
In the army?
That
No,
is
in the
true. Yes.
That was
Yeah.
kayfabe,
Yeah, I know you guys are just
I
keeping
didn't do
it panel
nothing.
after, like,
I
he's
didn't do nothing.
Well, I didn't say he was an R-wordist. He's a little Mexican groper. So
Little.
well, you're 5'6". I mean,
No.
Yes.
No, I say 5.
So I'm just
taller
curious,
than you,
like,
Cal.
I get to play princess just like everybody else once in a while. I got groped while I was sleeping.
So I want to ask Ben though, like, so does Ben think that Grace owes LaLo any kind of like sexual or romantic relationship because she's like slept next to him in a bed or like
Well, my
is
dad
close
was
with
sleeping in
him?
the bed too.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not doing this in like a weird. I'm like genuinely asking because he says that
No, I'm
like
not saying you're doing it in a weird way. No, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Like him.
We were
He
doing
brought this up
content.
kind of earlier about expectations. So
Also, I had already told LaLo, like, I have no feelings for you. We're just doing content together as friends. So
It was just a
I had made it
practical thing.
extremely clear.
you don't see that as you don't see us leading him on though, Ben. Like I
Grace
feel like
is
other
the-
actions you attributed to women leading men on when like doing I don't know like
But
dancing
see,
or talking. together.
Laylo's only trying to be friendly
All right,
with
so you're
Grace so
talking
that he
to
can
me.
get to Ben.
Do you owe me a blowjob?
Laylo does.
No. Do I think
Sarah's
you owe
my
me a
attorney.
blowjob? No. But you could say, well, we're interacting
I need some
socially.
hands-on counsel.
You could say we're having intercourse verbally. Shouldn't we have intercourse physically? Okay, if you're retarded, you might think that.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm
And
saying
that's why we
earlier.
need you- that's why, really, girls, we need you all to be in an institution, and you need to argue your way out of it at this point.
You
Not
said
me.
earlier you have expectations from when women are dancing with guys or
Yes.
receiving drinks from them, that they have
Yes.
certain expectations.
Right.
But you don't seem to apply it to your own daughter.
You're such an idiot. She and
Damn.
I are doing
No, she
streaming
got
together. If we're making money on the stream and I buy LaLo something at the gas station, does that mean like LaLo should be expecting a blowjob from me that night? Are you
Well,
retarded?
so to be clear, if a woman goes home with a guy and she falls asleep next to him, you don't think that's leading him on or giving him any expectations?
Not every. It depends on the circumstance.
Okay.
But yes, if you meet a guy at a bar and you go home with him, you should expect to have him nut. Hand job, blow job, or
So
fuck.
you just don't see
That's
it
what
like
that means.
that happening
You
with
are-
them. Okay.
But if there's a situation where like there's a shooting in the bar, okay, and it's like let's get out of here.
Bro.
Okay, no.
Every
Or
time
if
you
there's a
open your mouth,
blizzard or something.
you have to
I mean,
propose
it's like you don't even. Have you ever been in a social?
hypothetical. Every time you make an argument, you have to say, let's say this happens. And it's like so ridiculous. Like it's literally so ridiculous, dude. I'm like, I wish you could make an
No,
argument.
find a bridge. Okay, the brain doesn't work. Your brain doesn't work. Find a bridge. End it.
It just seems like a double standard.
No,
Speaking of a double standard, hold on. We have 2 minutes left. Hit that big fat red dono goal and we can continue this show. Otherwise, we're shutting the fuck down and getting the fuck out of here. And this is not the panel you want to see go away.
It's a double standard. No.
Go ahead.
It's
Go
a
ahead,
double
Grace.
standard. We
Davius.
spent the day together. Wait. Hey, Ghosty, man face. Why don't you say, does
That
Grace
was
owe you a
mean.
fuck? You've been together today.
What?
Well, then it's a double standard. My daughter and I have been together all day. Does she owe me a fuck according to my logic?
I'm not talking about you and your daughter. Why would I?
Retarded.
Wait, why would I talk about?
Retarded.
Hold on, I'm not talking about Grace and you. I'm talking about Grace and a
You said
guy.
it's a double standard. If a male and a female are together,
Obviously, it's a
Right?
double standard for parents. Yes, parents absolutely
someone
have.
owes the other one sexual favors, which is because you're retarded.
No, you are.
Going
You're
too
literally.
hard, the end of the
One
guy,
more
having
minute
him
left.
buy a drink,
Hold on, this is
having him
important.
buy a drink
Hold on,
is a
Ben. This is
different thing than any
important.
other
Ben,
situation,
shut up.
idiot.
For fuck's sake.
I can't.
Less than 1 more minute, ladies and gentlemen. You must hit that dono goal or we get the fuck out of here. And then we can let Ben talk all night if you want. Or you can use that $100 to boot Ben off the panel. And then the rest of us lovely ladies and LaLo, Dashton, Lasagna, and Nan can all continue the conversation without him. Make your dono go to use.
real.
Jesus Lord. 26 seconds. Oh no. Oh no.
Ever since Spin City rolled out of here, it's just been downhill. To be honest,
Come on,
It's,
Spin.
it is rather tragic.
Come on, we got
I
a whale in there. Come on, it's a good
I need
panel.
a hero.
Stuff.
No, that's what I need. We
Davius,
need a mater
Davius,
hero.
Grid One.
I need
What
a
other
hero.
whale?
So I have a question.
I can be your hero. Yeah.
Since
Could you
Grace
do- would
and
you
Ben
do
are
rolling
sharing a
with-
slot,
One second. Would you do rolling extensions like $20, 20 minutes?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right, come on, guys. All right,
girl.
let's get 10. I'll put a 10 in. Let's get the rolling extensions.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot.
like, girl, why did you say unthank you when I made my donut?
Because Ben says that we don't say thank you because we're bitches, and so I said fine, unthank you.
Oh,
I can't say
thought there was
thank you.
drama. I thought there was drama. I was gonna pull up and be like, "The fuck."
Oh my God, no.
so just a silly question. So I was going to ask you, if Ben and Grace are sharing a slot, is it $100 to boot them both, or can you split it?
No, we can go one boot just one, not the other, right? So if Grace wants to stay on, if all right, Jim, I'm gonna start the timer. All right,
There we
we'll make a
go.
little countdown.
Let's go.
We got 10 minutes,
There
and
we go.
then
We got 20 now.
also Grace supporting the dono goal. I'm gonna add 10 more
Thank you,
on.
Grace.
Thank you. Yes. No. Thank you. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Jim. And thank you, Thorps. All right. You got 20 minutes. Make the best of it. Happy.
Wait, can I
unthankful-
ask why Ben doesn't support feminism? Like I haven't heard him say why he doesn't support it.
That's a good question, actually.
I've coined a new term. It's called feminism, and that is instead of women trying to act like men, they should act like women. And I love that. There's nothing more I love in the entire world
Turning
than
your
femininity.
fucking wife.
Which is not interrupting.
Yeah,
a man
like
when
turning
he's
your daughter
speaking.
into your fucking wife, you
fucking
weirdo.
bitch.
You're gonna let these two have it.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Kel, what happened? How did Daddy make you a victim? Can you tell me?
I'll mute.
When did I
Can you
ever
tell
say
me what made you cry on the internet?
I was going through a lot? I was an alcoholic. I went to rehab. I've changed my life.
Okay, whose fault is that?
Mine.
Okay, so you were an alcoholic. So why were you rude to me and claim to be a victim of me? I didn't. Did Daddy pour the alcohol down your slut throat? No.
No.
You
I
did.
have a question. I'll answer it. I never claimed to be a victim of you.
You
but
were crying.
yeah, I can cry. I'm an upset crier.
Why were
However,
you crying? Tears of
you put it
joy?
in, I sent you pussy pics. Best believe I'm gonna hop online and say that.
To be fair, she's cried during like every debate she's had here. So I think it's just when she gets worked.
You're not special.
Why?
Like,
What worked you up?
Huh?
What worked you up that you were crying and playing victim?
You are
The
literally.
alcohol. We've already tried to blame the alcohol. That doesn't work. What is the real
you
answer?
know that had a fucking contingent, but also you're literally hopping on a live stream and saying with no hint of irony that I sent you pussy pics, and then it takes hopping online and responding to you for you to say, "Oh, I'm a dick of a cat."
If you send me a picture of a cat and I say, Kel sent me a pussy pic, do you think that's a joke or is that like deeply offensive?
The thing is, like I said when I first said it, you said it with no hint of irony. So I'm like, damn, I guess I
That's
have.
how jokes work. If I go, she sent me a pussy pic, but it's actually your cat. Wink, wink, wink. It's not funny, right, Kel?
I'm like, you are
Is
so
it a funny joke, Kel? Is it?
You're so degenerate.
Kel, is it a funny joke or are you a victim?
I never said I was a victim.
Is it a form of sexual assault?
You're fighting an invisible man. I never said any of that.
Yes,
And you're-
you just now
You're
said.
degenerate.
I said, what are you a victim of? And you said that thing you said about I sent you a pussy pic. So you are claiming that's your cause. I made a joke that you couldn't figure out how to roll with because you're so fucking stupid. It's the stupidest, easiest joke to roll with. But you played victim and cried, and then your other claim to be a victim is that I changed my phone number, and then you're like, he's calling from all these phone numbers. You're such a loser, Kel.
I'm like, problem?
Why don't you apologize?
You are weird for
Apologize.
No, you are
Apologize.
weird for contacting me.
Apologize. Get on your knees. Get on your knees.
You're
And
degenerate.
say,
You make fucking jokes about
sorry.
my daughter. I hope it's not
I'm
true.
sorry. Oh, now we're gonna be gross. Okay. Get on your knees.
Bro,
and
you
say,
talk
"I'm
about
sorry."
how bad marriage and divorce is because your wife like fucked you over. Like this shit is embarrassing.
You're not
like,
responding with what I said. Okay, so you don't owe me an apology.
bro, you think I'm embarrassing? I'm like, you're degenerate.
You're
No,
an embarrassment. Yes, show your arm. It's an embarrassment.
Of course,
Show
I
your
don't-
rehab. How long has it been since you've been out of rehab? It's an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment. Yes. Do better.
Hold on. She is doing better. She went to rehab. She
How long has it been, Kinetic? Kel?
turned her life around.
Clap that a female has annihilated her brain in a few days.
Let me ask you this, Ben. Do you think that if somebody recognizes they have a problem and then they go and fix that problem and they're working towards ensuring that problem isn't a problem again, wouldn't you say that is a positive development?
She hasn't fixed her problem.
Where'd she go?
She's attending to one symptom of her problem. We can see.
Okay, but well, could you? But could you agree? Solving one thing is part of a bigger picture, and it can help towards the entirety of the issue.
Usually not. It just prolongs it until you get to the core issue.
So if I go to the hospital and I have 2 broken ribs, I broke my toe, I scratched my face up, and I collapsed a lung. Don't you think that working through each one and the doctors fixing each one by the most important thing in the moment,
Let's say you're in a lot of pain and you're in a lot of pain, and instead of dealing with the source of the pain, they give you painkillers, then yeah, you're actually making the problem worse because the pain is supposed to indicate where the problem lies, and you have to solve the underlying problem. Yeah. So I mean,
hold on. If you're always
the problem is not alcohol. Fermented beverages are not.
I understand that. I hear that. I hear that. However, if the alcohol is making it harder for her to be capable of solving the original problem, wouldn't cutting out the easy target first help work towards positive development on the bigger problem?
Usually, I mean, you're saying, is it a good idea to treat the symptoms and not treat the disease? I think it's like, on the one hand, if the symptoms are really bad, it might force you to treat the disease. So like today, Grace got into like, she had her mother's energy flowing through, and I made me want to kill her. And I was like, okay, well, you know, this maybe is a good opportunity to solve the underlying problem. So I don't know, like the worst thing, Sarah, in my mind is an addiction that doesn't make you bottom out. So like, I think hard drugs in a sense are a better addiction because you will hit a bottom. Whereas like certain addictions,
let me ask you this.
Like TV aren't going to.
Can she solve the problem if she's drunk all the time?
The daddy issues problem? Yeah. She can, like the drunkenness might help her say, Dad and Mom, like I desperately need to work things out with you. I can't just sit here and pretend that I'm okay. Yeah.
Well, that can bring the problem to the surface level, but can she sit there with her parents and have a real conversation if she's shit-faced drunk?
I actually find that people who are shit-faced drunk are much more honest than people.
Oh, God. All right, straight retard mode. You're just disagreeing just to fucking disagree.
No.
Depends what kind of drunk she is. Hey, Kel, what kind of drunk are you? I'm sure you talked about this in rehab for 70 days.
Why are you so mad, Ben?
He is. Is it just me, or is Ben like extra pissy?
He's like,
he's living.
Actually, I love your
Dashin,
raw.
is that crystals? Love it. I'm mostly leaning into something here for the internet so that Sarah can succeed in life, although she'll claim to be a victim of it.
Speaking of which, we have
by the way,
entertainment bit.
By the way, I've been adding these in. Shout out to Texas Bully Mom. She added 10 in. Jim added 10 in. And Iotin and saying to say that Ben is depressed. Yeah, Ben, you've got some issues you need to work out there, buddy. Token white belt backstage. Wait, who is that? Oh, okay. Got you. I'll bring you up in just a second. Ben is depressed. I 100% agree. Ben needs some work. Iotin says it's treating the symptoms first, you potato. Ben, are you a potato? Well, and here's my thing. Like, if somebody's shit-faced drunk all the fucking time, how do you expect them to actually be capable of solving the issue, right? So, for instance, if my engine is having issues, right, but I also have a flat tire, I can't drive the fucking car to the shop. I mean, yes, you could use a tow truck, but I can't drive the car to the shop to have them look at the engine because I hear a clinking sound if my tire is flat.
Well, to literally use, instead of an analogy, to use Kel as an example, her daddy issues and mommy issues got her drunk and she fell down an escalator and gouged her knee and it was bleeding. Okay. So we all know, of course, she's going to talk over me. Okay, sure.
Yes, I have a good relationship with my
Who cares? Blood sports, Ben. Come on, who cares? Come on,
okay,
go on.
So I'm saying, yes, she should put a Band-Aid on the knee first.
Dirty old man, you're just spreading misinformation about me. I had a good relationship with my mom up until a couple years ago.
I saw you with your dad.
Yeah, me and my dad have a good relationship. So
no, you don't.
Congratulations on getting sober.
Thank you.
Like, that's amazing.
Yay! This is the white people version of a black guy getting out of prison and being like, "Yay, we have a party! Tyrone made it through."
But now
like you're really downplaying.
Why do we celebrate failure?
It's not getting clean isn't a failure. What? Getting clean is a good thing.
Needing to get clean in the first place is a failure. Why don't we celebrate?
People mess up in life. Oh wow, she's the first person to ever fuck up. Have a fuck up. Like, what the fuck?
Didn't you?
Neutral.
Hold on, Ben. Didn't
you have no fuck ups, Ben?
Didn't you celebrate divorcing your wife?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Coming up.
Would you consider that a failure, even though you have you're gonna develop and do better later?
It's a total success getting out of that.
Okay. All right. We're getting somewhere with Ben. All
Yeah.
right.
No,
So
This
you
was a
solved
great
one
marriage. I'm
problem.
going to super celebrate my annulment.
You're a
Oh my-
fucking retarded hypocrite, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
Ben,
really
like, you're
is.
legit stupid.
Oh,
Like, stupid.
guys.
Okay,
that's so
okay.
penetrating.
No, I found
What
the problem here.
insights? What in the
Go
intellect?
ahead, Layla.
God
Tell us
damn
what
it,
the
okay,
problem
where
is.
do you
Okay,
get
Ben
this
is being
mind?
over animating because he's compensating for a lack of charisma.
stupid,
Okay, my point being
dude.
is that Kel
Fuck
values
you.
Ben opinion.
Find a bridge. I'll find one for you. Find an
Awesome.
escalator. Kel.
Anyway, okay, son. All right, so Cal, you
Yeah.
seem to value Ben's
Trying to
opinion
get down
though,
a
even though you pretend like you
flight of
don't.
Stairs, you retard,
I-
drunk,
I think you're
loser.
Go ahead, Laylo. I was
Okay,
listening.
my point being is that Kel actually values Ben's opinion, and when Ben says that she had family problems, she's trying to defend herself on that, which doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Let me just clarify on the record. It's not that I care about Ben's opinion. It's just that you're spreading
You do.
misinformation. No, it's that he's spreading
Ben
misinformation.
has literally threatened to kill me like
when
multiple
I-
times. I don't give a fuck.
It's
Go ahead and just like live your
misinformation.
fucking life.
Correct the record.
He's spurging, okay? Just like whatever, it's content. Just relax a little bit.
Unserious. But yeah, obviously,
Well,
if somebody
Cal
is on the
doesn't
internet
wanna-
spreading misinformation about you, that's not. It doesn't matter who it comes from. You're like you don't, especially something like what he's joking about.
Information
Well,
shit. What do you
particularly-
tell like a Russian foreign
Hold on,
ministry?
hold on,
Give me
hold
a
on,
fucking
hold
break.
on.
You're a drunk or a loser. That's not misinformation. Them's is facts, bitch.
Ben, you didn't just say those things to make a funny joke. You did those things with the intention to hurt her. It's not just like you
No,
got
I'm
like.
what?
clarifying that's not.
So she's allowed to be
word is
upset
not
about it. That's it.
misinformation. She's a drunk whore.
You're a drunk. Look at you.
retard.
Look at how you're fucking acting.
He's
I'm
No,
not
he looks like
drinking.
shit, but
I'm
he's
not
sober. Okay, you're missing the
No,
fucking
here's
mark.
what I
Covered.
think is going
Well,
on.
let's clarify the misinformation from Ghosty.
Ben-
Ghosty, take it back. Take it back. You must clarify.
Ben, you
Here's-
know this is all
here's
getting
what's-
clipped. Like,
You
Hold
guys
on.
should know all about people spreading lies about you on the internet. So I feel like that's something you guys.
That's why he's so passionate about it.
Everybody stop. Here's what Ben is doing. Ben knows and understands, as well as everybody else here, that Kinetic Cal is a sweet young lady, and things can bother her very easily. She can be emotional. She can do,
Sarah.
she can be upset, so on and
Wait a
so forth. Ben is utilizing her emotions, trying to make her spurg and cry and get upset so that he can take it home for content and say, I made her cry. That's why he's going hard and calling her a whore, saying she's a drunk and all of these things.
Wrong.
Now,
Wrong.
the thing of
Wait.
it is that is like literally the definition of a lolcow. Ben is the lolcow farmer of the year. Congratulations, Ben.
No,
You're a
Wrong.
piece of shit.
Sarah, you're so wrong. This is bullshit. This is misinformation. I demand a full retraction on X and
How's that
every
feel?
other social
How's that
platform.
feel, Ben? How's
Wait,
that
Sarah.
feel? How's that
No, wait,
fucking
Sarah.
feel?
I am the middle here. No, I'm gonna resolve
Ask
both
Kinetic
ends here.
Cal whether when I first got to meet her, whether I was the nicest guy in the world to her.
What's that matter? What does
No,
that
because
matter right now? Be here,
I'm-
present, right
I'm
now.
not
I don't
trying
give
to
a
make
fuck.
content by taking
I
a
don't give a
drunk
fuck.
whore and putting her down. I'm pushing back against a drunk whore loser
she's not drunk though.
trying to take.
I'm not.
Exactly.
Yeah, what do you say at the beginning of all the meetings? What do you say? I'm Kel. I'm a
Wait,
what?
no, I have a good question here, Sarah.
Alcoholic.
Being an
Okay, the
addict
guy's yelling, the
doesn't
guy's
mean
yelling,
you're
who cares?
drunk.
No, someone who
All right,
thinks
Sarah.
I'm
Okay,
He
no, wait,
thinks
hold on a
being an
second. Hold on a
alcoholic
second.
means you're perpetually drunk all the time. That's hilarious.
Alcoholic.
Yeah, that's different from being a drunk, Ben.
Cal, you're an alcoholic. You're a drunk. And then
I
you
didn't
go
know
to
words
the
can make you
alcoholic
drunk.
meeting and you go, I'm Cal and I'm a what? Person who takes care of
Fuck
herself.
my
Person
daughter.
who's careful with others. Person with self-esteem. No, I'm a fucking whore. And they go, yay.
I
You
don't
find
fuck
like
my
men.
Ben,
daughter.
can I
At
ask
least I
you?
don't-
Hold on. I got you, Kel. I want you to put your feet up and relax, young lady. You do not have to fight this fight with hard mode. Ben, why do you feel so inclined to concern yourself with Kinetic Kel's personal life struggles, battles, and personal development?
He took his headphones off, Sarah.
Okay, but Sarah, that's where
How
you're a mark
convenient.
though. You think he actually cares? It's like 2080. He gives
Nah,
a
I
shit
mean,
more than any well-adjusted person with 6 kids would give a shit for, but he really is exaggerating for the
Hold on,
content because he has none. And then
Sarah, one thing you just-
what?
No,
what?
I have something to say about Kel. You are misrepresenting her. We all saw how she really acts, but go ahead.
That's my whole point. Okay, I'm gonna bridge it here because he's saying he's casting aspersions, saying like,
okay, no, LaLo, wait.
What?
Let me just say this. Kel fell down an escalator in Vegas, I think, and she like busted her knee up, and she was hurt real bad because she was walking down it the wrong way. She was running down the escalator the wrong way. Okay, now that's all like whatever. It's just silly, like whatever, stupid stuff. But then she proceeded to scream bloody murder at every member of her group who tried to help her. They were bandaging her up, and she was like, "You're fucking hurting me."
No, I'll just clarify right now because
that was good content. That was good content.
Let me speak.
Wait. Ben be like, I can't piss without you putting the piss jar in front of me.
I have good news.
Nah.
Hold on. Shh. I have good news. We no longer have to be on rolling extensions at this point. So you have 38 minutes that have been granted to you thanks to the rolling extensions. But also, Mr. Tom Carpenter sent the big Cash App for a huge hundo and says, "Love to you. I think we see why Ben's marriage ended." Gee, I can't figure out why.
Who would be married to that
would
guy?
leave a man like that? And of course, Jim taking the low blow says you are being too nice by leaving his daughter out of this. Yes, I don't find it to be an attack point at this point. They already know how the internet feels about them. I've been over that whole father-daughter dynamic since like the last, I don't know, 4 years ago when I met them.
No, he's actually crashing out now.
To say that, I was like crying and playing the
Oh God.
was after I fell, they put me on the table and tried to play doctor, which I also was like getting stream clips for this, but they poured flavored vodka into my wounds, and then they also tried to pour syrup into my wounds, and I was like, no, I was like drunk as fuck, but I was like, don't, but they're like, it's gonna cauterize the wound, so I was like, don't pour maple syrup on it, so I fucking knocked them off, and I'm like, don't, and so then after everyone gets their stream clips, I'm like, I have to go to the ER. Can someone take me? Everyone has like a car. I'm like, right? Everyone's like, no, fuck no, because they're on fucking a call with the Thorps. I'm not even kidding. So I went to the ER by myself. I had to get 6 stitches when I fell down the escalator, and both of my legs got infected because they poured fucking vodka into the wounds. Like, like I was just running for
that was fucking awesome. I wish I had that VOD.
So here is Cal,
because I was there, so I know that.
Drunk
that was
trying to be
phenomenal.
rational. Iotin sends a big 5, says adult man crashes out. Yes, clip it and ship it, ladies and gentlemen. Ben has been crashing out all fucking
They're running
night.
on fumes.
What is wrong with Ben today? Is he like
They're depressed as fuck. I mean, they got Sarah, you haven't been following. Apparently, they ran out of their lease, got kicked out by their landlord Ron. They're in the RV. They have a storage unit that they pay about $1,000 for every month that they won't clean out for whatever goddamn reason. They can't get any Sims to cooperate with them.
$1,000.
It's like one of those massive ones. It looks like a third of like a Costco warehouse. I don't know what the fuck they have in there. I just give it up if I were them. And then so they have that. They have a boat that they've never used in like over a decade or something. And so they're committed to Rhode Island, even though they have a millionaire guy that's offering them a $250,000 RV in LA. And so they're stuck there. They have fucking losers like Jeremy and OPC Don.
Why are we airing all this out right now?
Like the
That's why they're spiraling.
They do this all publicly,
and I'm enjoying.
That sounds like the consequences of their actions. But speaking of consequences, chat, please send a shit ton of tomatoes in the chat on behalf of Mr. Tom Carpenter for sending the big hundo so that I don't get as angry as I could this evening. He saved all of your asses aside from the rolling extension. So pay up with your tomatoes in the chat. Put my favorite color out there instead. Thank you. Dashton, how you doing, baby?
Hi, Sarah. Love you all. I'm so happy to be with my family.
Aww, you're so sweet, Dashton. Oh my goodness.
Wait,
all
Kinetic,
right.
can I ask Kinetic a question? How do you feel about Ben? Like, you've been sober for quite a while. How do you feel about Ben like shitting on that? Like, do you have like enough like force to like combat that, or does that like kind of fuck you up in a little bit type of way?
Hey.
Anything Ben says is like in one ear, out the other. He's purposely like inflammatory and retarded. So like it does not faze me a little bit.
Okay, but my problem with Kel is that she's like, oh my god, you're lying about me, but you don't attack him back. Okay, you could say like,
Because
5 out of 6 kids want nothing to do with you. Your wife divorced you and she was chopped to begin with. You're broke, you're fat, you're ugly. Like, why don't you do anything like that? Ben's gonna die in 5 years.
You know what though? I say this all the time because a lot of people expect me to attack people back when they say stupid shit to me or do especially over the last 6 months and everything that's happened. And my response is like, why the fuck do I care? Like,
the thing is, I used to be that girl that would like fucking spurg out and like crash out on you so hard and like slew a bunch of insults. But I'm like, honestly, I'm just like, I know people are gonna clip this shit. I'm like, it's gonna look so much better if I just sit there and be like, let you spurg out and be like,
She's learning the ways of the Jedi.
You know? So
like, look at,
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like Adonis Paul's, he broke this all down a while ago on one of his streams. Sometimes you just got to sit there and tank it. Let them just wear themselves out on your stoicism.
yeah, they look fucking retarded. I'm like,
That's a cope.
Yeah.
It is not cope. It is a strategy.
It is
sir.
totally a cope.
Well,
you're saying
good luck
you're
in
saying,
online
let Ben
debates,
make
then,
himself
my
look like
friend.
an idiot. I mean, who cares if Ben makes himself look like an idiot if he's irrelevant? But he is relevant, which is why you care about what he
I
does
actually
and
don't
whether or not he
I'm
cracks out.
relevant.
True.
But even at that,
Okay, well, that's
just because he's spurging out and maybe irrelevant doesn't mean that I want somebody to clip me and then later throw that out there later, right? Like anytime I go on Fatty's panel, like I have so much fun sometimes just sitting there quietly and staring at the girl who's calling me all sorts of fucking names, and I'm just staring. And then when they're done, I'm like, okay, so, and then I get back to the actual argument I was making, and they just look retarded.
Yeah. That's how you take the dub, you know? It's foolproof strategy.
But not beating him back?
Who cares? What trophy?
Then why even take it in the first place?
What trophy do you get for like taking Ben Thorpe down? Ooh.
No credibility.
Well, you can just be a little witty with it, you know?
It's
like
bait.
if,
like they want you to behave that way. They want you to react that way. They want you to react like an idiot and embarrass yourself. And yeah, you're not gonna do that. So.
Okay, but you could just cook them easily, though. I mean, they have a lot of.
Why do I want to cheap?
Against him for a year or more?
Why do I want a cheap win? Why do I want a cheap win?
Well, because if they're attacking you, you might as well just hit them back a little bit.
I wouldn't even brag if I like took Ben Thorpe
Well,
down.
I mean, like
wouldn't
if
be like,
Ireland were to
guy.
bomb New York, you just fucking nuke them. Why not? You know, it's no effort, no water off the duck's back, so to speak. Right?
It doesn't make any sense, LaLo.
No,
it totally does.
It really
you guys
doesn't.
just don't have the self-confidence to attack Ben. Okay,
I
you
have
just don't.
plenty
You're
of
like, oh my god, this guy's like a
I'll attack Ben
loser,
right
and oh my god, he's gonna
now.
attack me. Oh my god, he looks so stupid.
No, he's not
It's
worth
like, okay,
the attack, LaLo.
you're giving him too much credit.
No, he's not worth the
Ben is somebody who worries me.
Being not worth the energy is giving somebody credit.
Yeah, that's so different. I'm like, that's crazy.
The credit
you
here
guys-
is
I just
guys-
don't understand why you guys care so much. Like you guys seem very obsessed with Kel and this weird issue. Like we've been
I don't
talking
know.
about
I'm
it for
the
a
most,
super long
like,
time, and I don't even know
autistic,
why.
sociopathic.
Wait,
I don't
Lalo,
give
can I
a
ask you a
fuck about
question? What's your
anyone.
opinion about feminism? Do you fuck with feminism or like what's your
No, I'm
opinion on
against it.
that? So, why? Why?
For
though?
sure.
Why?
Because, well, it's not aligned with Christianity, of course, and then obviously it is a liberal
Elaborate.
thing, and
Oh, how does
you
it
agree?
Christianity?
How does it not align? Well,
Yeah,
because the whole point is that you're supposed to have a nuclear family, that you're
We're all
supposed to have a
building
dutiful wife,
God,
and
right?
that oftentimes she has to be a homemaker. And so, therefore, I mean, feminism suggests that you should get your own college degree, even if you're not sure as to what you're going to even do with your life.
No,
and
it's-
then on top of that, do your own
being a
career,
girl who's trying to
and
fuck
that
her
likely
dad.
doesn't even help the whole family.
Do you have the ability to support your wife completely if you got married, and support her being a stay-at-home mom?
At 22 years old, I could support someone in like rural Mexico, but eventually I will be. Okay, come on.
So if you went and got married right now, like you found a cute young 22-year-old fresh out of college, would you want her to be a stay-at-home wife?
Well, that's the problem, because ultimately I feel like I'm not gonna want someone that's like I wouldn't want to get married in the first place until like I'm 25, 27, so that I can have enough money to then, you know, actually be like, okay, well, you don't need a job. But so at this point, it's kind of like dating someone that's younger, and then also It is difficult for Gen Z though, because everything is so much more fucking expensive. Because back then it used to be only single income, and then now it's pretty much necessitating the majority of the middle class to have dual incomes. So that's where the feminism thing runs ahead with the
You're not about your
normal
bag.
stuff.
You gotta work.
What?
You're not about your bag, so your girl gotta work. Is what I'm hearing.
Well, yeah. If I were to marry a girl right now, but I don't want to get married for another couple to several years. So
Just saying that in general, our requires that both people work, like a dual house income. You just said that.
yes, but a lot of the issues with feminism.
How much
What?
do you expect to be making at 25?
So I should be making 70,000 as of January. So I'd be 23. And then by the time I'm 25, I should be making 120. But so that should be all right. And yeah, so I don't really have any issues with providing for a wife in a couple of years. I could provide for someone right now, but it'd be like a studio apartment. It'd be pretty depressing. So my point being, though, is that most people don't even have that ability as of now. And so the problem with feminism, though, is that when you have a culture promulgating this whole thing of getting a degree regardless because you don't want to be susceptible to a man and his whims. And I grew up with this also, too, where it's like, okay, well, like my cousins are being told, you need to go to college. You need to have your own career, because if the whole marriage thing doesn't work out with whatever guy you hook up with, then all of a sudden you have a backup plan. And then that actually drives down the wages long term, which is why we're in the situation we're in now. So it's a pretty shitty situation all around.
It's actually not true that it overall drives wages lower.
So adding more people into the labor force actually, raises the wages?
It adds more demand and productivity, which leads to an overall pay increase. But yeah,
It doesn't.
No,
It
you're adding more
does.
demand for jobs. You're not adding more demand for labor.
No, but the demand ends up being equaling productivity, which means the
No, it
company is
doesn't.
making more money. You can just look at this. Economists largely agree that it's a myth that women entering the workforce caused wages to rise overall.
Well, and it doesn't matter
Well,
if
you
it's
just
women
said
or
it the
not.
opposite
Adding
way.
anybody to the workforce means there's more people competing for jobs. That drives the rates for labor down because there's more
But
supply.
Well, there's more demand.
But to increase productivity, you need more workers.
Yeah.
If you just have let's say if you just have 100 workers over like
Dude, I
100,
swear
100
he's on way
years,
too
your
many fucking
economy
reps
cannot
there.
grow. You need to
But there's
have a lot of workers for your
there's
Thomas
limits
farm.
on productivity because there has to be demand for what you're producing.
Yeah, it creates
limits?
demand.
No, it
That's what-
doesn't. It
No, it
doesn't.
doesn't.
If
create
you
demand.
look at this, is what the economists agree on. Like,
Yeah, all
I've
the
taken
liberal
economics.
socialist
You're
bull
speaking
jive.
complete nonsense.
The more workers you have in general, the wages will go down. Obviously, number one, and then number
That's
two,
not obvious.
when people complain
It is
about
obvious.
how is
Yes,
that obvious?
yes.
That's
Explain how it's
fundamental
Oh my
obvious.
God,
economics.
okay.
I told you
if
already.
you have more people willing to do a job, you're going to pay each of them less because you only have a finite amount to pay them in the first place.
You're wrong, Lalo.
Okay, overall, you have more people spending money. You have more
Right.
people making money. You have more people spending money,
Right.
causing more demand, more productivity.
She's right.
Nope.
She's right. That's
Nope.
the argument against immigrants. They're taking our jobs. Well, they're also participating in the economy, so it's
No, because
Generally
immigrants
speaking,
also
they
Exactly.
Wait,
don't-
Lalo,
no,
they
have
need to
a
eat food. They need to
large
eat food,
population.
right? They spend money on fuel. They spend money on everything. So they're
immigrants.
adding to the
Okay.
economy.
No, I'm glad you
women
bought into
who
that
work
trap.
spend
Okay.
tons of money on everything
That's so stupid.
to
Okay.
cope for the
Okay,
fact
in
that they
order
hate their job.
to
Yeah.
contribute on net to the income tax of America, you need to make, I think, $60,000 at this point. And most people that are coming into the country, be it immigrants or even, like women, they're not going to make 60 grand just on average. And so for that reason, they're actually detracting from everyone. Hence why, like if you look at African Americans, they don't
Lalo,
contribute
it
to the
doesn't make
economy
any sense.
at all.
Women make about the same as men working.
Bare minimum in my state. Like, you're fucking retarded. In most big states, it's gonna be 60 grand is the bare minimum.
That's why the top 10% contributes to this top, 70% of the income tax.
It's about
Okay,
that.
so most people don't contribute anything at all. So in regard to the immigrant argument, they don't do anything.
Even
They
Cal
actually
with her
sap up.
alcoholism.
You
is
think
contributing
most
to the
people
economy because you
don't
got
contribute?
rehab jobs.
Then we're talking about on net. Okay, if I take in somebody who has $100, he could raise up the sales tax by $1 by spending it all on Newports, but on net he's going to be taking other stuff, be it the infrastructure and education, all this.
Right, but generally speaking, women. If you're going to compare women to immigrants, you'd make a stronger argument for women, because immigrants, yes, they take a lot of resources. Women generally, they're already integrated in the economy, so they're not.
Well, no, the whole women thing was not necessarily, if they were taking too many welfare benefits, although that is another argument in regards to.
The problem with having women in the workforce is not that it makes men victims. The problem with having too much participation in the workforce is they're not able to make the contributions that women can uniquely make. Dashton!
Speaking of which.
Dashton is our visual entertainment for the evening.
He's the best.
Yeah.
This is a man of God. He's truly inspired.
You motherfuckers sit here and say that you're Catholic and all this other shit, but you're busting on a woman that went to rehab. She should be like good. You're a piece of shit.
It's
always
a
piece of shit.
Go to rehab. It's a mixed bag.
You see the stuffies?
You failed in some ways, and you're trying to.
Yeah, but you know what? At least she knew she had a problem, regardless of. Shut the fuck up.
Well, you know the problem I have with rehab culture, Spin, and I'm not sure you disagree with me. Generally speaking, a rehab program is 70 days in a really nice kind of environment with attention.
What?
Okay, so it's like
that's the average rehab experience? Are you kidding?
Yeah, they go to horse farms. You got all your bills paid for. It's a stable environment. You got people who are like asking you about your problems all day.
Get your bills paid for?
Most people go to fucking hospitals, and it's like really fucking horrible.
Rehab is like a vacation. Rehab. And why are you getting
for rich people? If you're rich. If you're rich, most people aren't fucking going to Florida.
Why don't you pull
go to
your
rehab
welfare
with like
card
spa
out?
care?
Pull your fucking welfare card out.
And who's paying for that? Spin City. My question is, who's paying for that? Generally, it comes out of the health.
I would give my last dollar.
No.
I would
rehab is like
you're a welfare recipient.
I'll give my last dollar. Go on.
You exist and have always existed on government money, so I don't really understand your vendetta against.
I would give my last dollar.
Women that they're sitting on their ass. Spin.
Fuck this fucking paranoia about you. Shut the fuck up sometimes.
Hold on. Can I ask something, Ben?
Yeah, sure.
Are you successful in your career, your life, your as a father, and all of those other? Have you been? Would you be the example of success?
Yes, and yeah.
How?
Please elaborate.
Living off your fucking daughter, you piece of shit.
Well, that is valid. He has Gracie though. Yeah. What the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
Damn, he's chopped.
Oh my god, nobody wants to see this.
This just makes my point for
any
me.
more questions?
You turned on, Sarah?
I think great time to shut down.
Wait, can I ask a question?
I might just take the money and run on this one.
No, Ben, why do you always do this? Why do you always, every time, you don't have an
No,
answer?
this is good. That means he's
right?
getting pissed off. Okay, let's keep cooking it. Cooking it. Come on. Okay, now, true American, or what's your name? Angry American. Why don't you turn the camera on, though? This guy's shirtless. You might as
Sarah,
well.
can you at least admit he has great hair for a guy his age? I mean, it's luscious. Look at LaLo. Actually, LaLo's looks pretty good right now, too.
Thank you, babe. Okay, so I'm looking good. Now, Spin City, can you turn your fucking camera on?
This looks like.
LaLo, don't try
Get
my
in,
fucking
bitches.
patience.
Lasagna, turn your camera on. Let's see what you look like.
Yeah, let's see what
Don't try my patience.
He's slayed.
Grace, I would not. I don't want to be clipped anywhere near you. You're a degenerate.
Lasagna's
Why do you
last.
care, dude?
No.
You're 50 years old.
Hey,
Wait, hold on.
bro. Wait. I gotta expose this guy a little bit. Sarah, do you know where this lasagna slayer spent hundreds?
Wait, what do you mean?
Guess
It's
which
killer, not
website he
slayer.
spent? Guess which creator that you know very well? This guy sat at his feet, lapping up his wisdom. Guess who?
Cormac?
Or Maxer.
No,
Okay.
not lasagna.
Degenerates.
We already know that.
He's
Lasagna's a huge
Yeah.
Hormaxer
Or
fan.
Yeah, I love
Isn't that right, Lasagna Killer?
Hormaxer.
Anyway, back to my original fucking comment.
Really quickly. Hormaxer actually banned lasagna from his
Really,
show.
nobody wants to hear your dumbass mouth.
Hormaxer said that
Ben's
it was
still salty that Hormaxer whooped his ass last time he was here.
the troon than it was to talk to Lasagna Killer. That's what Hormaxer
Good
said.
for him.
So, there you go.
Yeah, good for me. That doesn't really matter.
Lasagna, I confuse you with the Malkovich person.
Than talking with you. That's what a
he
man said.
That's what your mentor said, by the way.
Okay, it's cringe. Like, I'm not even that important. Like, what?
Dude, your profile picture is so ass. Like,
Well,
it is like
you know
the
what
fucking
FAFO stands
worst.
for, Lasagna Killer? Fuck around and find out. So you want to call us degenerates? Like, we've been nice. We don't say.
You don't have a
you know,
shirt on. What are you talking about?
How is that degenerate?
If you, bro, come on.
All right. Thanks for having me, Sarah. I'm gonna catch you guys later.
Later. See you in rehab.
Ben officially scared the ladies off.
Oh, Sarah, why do you think she's here? For you? No. For
Yeah.
Lalo? No.
No.
Oh yeah, no, for
She
me, yeah.
didn't
Daddy
like that?
issues brings
This fella
Daddy's
scared off
brown.
Miss Hayes earlier. So no, yeah.
Scare off Miss Hayes.
You totally did. You totally did.
He
Okay,
didn't
that's
talk
why
to
she
Miss
talked with
Hayes.
us for like an hour.
You didn't
Lalo,
even have to talk to her to scare
what-
her off. Yeah, no, it's tough.
Lalo, how many times have you
Stun
talked
lock.
to Miss Hayes?
How
She
many
had to. She had to pick you up because you couldn't find a way in Fort Worth to get your fucking Mexican
princess.
fat, dumpy ass
She would do it, and she would
half
do it.
a mile from the
You
convention
look like
center
Jabba
to
the Hutt,
art
son.
fair where we were.
You look
You
like shit.
claimed complete victimhood.
You have jowls.
Is
You're
that
Ruby.
is that balling as a man?
No,
No,
no.
Yes.
you're a
yes.
failure. You
Failure.
can't even navigate. You am I wrong?
And it worked out. And it worked out. I'm the glue for all the collabs, Ben.
Okay, but like
Well,
that's
that's
your
the answer.
She had to treat you like a baby.
If I were there,
like,
Miss Hayes would
crying in his
she would
diapers.
meet
You
up
tore up his
instantly.
diaper.
Instantly.
You can't, as a 22.
We were
21-year-old
stranded
was
after
like,
you guys ditched me
"Oh,
after
okay,
faking
just
an
talk over it.
RV
Daddy,
breakdown,
it's
and now the
just-
guys, oh, I don't have a response. Okay, so you guys, you ditched me at the fucking needle thing in Dallas, and then you had Grace pick me up in a fucking bike after you had me wander around on purpose, and then the bitch picked us both up because
We
it's
were like
me
3
and
blocks
Grace,
away, you
and then you're gonna
fucking
bitch about
fucking
her
retard.
rejecting hanging out with Grace because you're attached because you're horrible with women, which is why you ended up with Courtney, who is mediocre at best, and you're here now. So, son, listen to me. That's the truth.
You couldn't make it. Like we were 3 blocks away. You
Exactly.
couldn't
And she
figure
still
it
picked
out.
me up. And she still picked me up.
Right, because you acted like a baby.
Because I'm
You
a god.
soiled diapers on
I
the side
am
of the
a god.
road.
I'm in complete control. I'm winning. I'm winning. Win, Grace, my piss jar. Oh, the electricity. Oh, you have to fix it. Fuck you. Plug in the Roku TV. I'm in control.
I didn't ask Miss Hayes.
Cross me so much, I got
Drive
nails in
from
my hand, nigga.
Connecticut.
I'm God.
No, talk over me, fucking asshole.
Suffer,
Show
bitch.
up in New England.
No, yeah.
I guarantee
Dad.
this fist meets your fucking face. Got it?
I dare you,
stay
if
the
you can
fuck
get
away.
up, son.
Stay
Yeah, the
over
same
there.
way you tried to
Be the
fucking kill me
incel
when I
you
was
are.
with Lab,
Maybe
right?
you
When you
can
didn't meet up with her.
find
All right, kid. All right, kid. All right. Yeah, totally. Oh, yeah.
Fill your fucking
Suffer.
dream. Fucking F slur.
Suffer.
Oh, Clav.
You're talking about clavicular?
Yes, your boyfriend. Your wish.
How'd you know about
your
that?
fantasy boyfriend.
Nigga, you said you loved prison more than being around Grace, you know? You're gay.
So you don't deny that you're
That was the
infatuated with clavicular.
No, I don't watch clavicular. If I did, I'd watch them on 3X. My point being, though, Ben, is that you're very salty for whatever reason. You're shirtless here, and I don't even have a problem with you to begin with.
Oh,
So-
you don't? Okay. Well, then why
I
are
don't.
we up here? Because you're being a fucking asshole.
Because Sarah's trying to
Sarah
drum it up
wants-
because she knows that I'm here
Sarah
for...
wants daddy to stomp on the little Mexican fat baby who's crying. And that's what
Fat?
I'm doing.
Your BMI is higher than mine. You look like shit. Your shirts don't even fit you,
the
Ben.
tu quoque fallacy. Even if I was fat, it doesn't mean you're not fat.
Oh, no, I am fat, for sure.
Yes.
I just carry it better. But my point being, though, Ben, is
You
that your
do?
shirts don't
Have
fit
you looked at yourself in the mirror? You have woman hips.
Totally.
You have woman
Oh,
hips.
totally. Yeah, no, I'm a mesomorph, for sure.
Yeah, I have a belly. That's what men have. Women.
Yeah, you have a
get it
beer
on
gut.
their
You're like Spin
thigh.
City. It's stuff.
Oh, my cellulite. Right? That's what you have.
I have no
You're
cellulite.
22, nigga.
That's right.
And you
I look
sit
like this,
there,
you look like that.
and you've got cellulite thighs.
I
How
don't
does
have
that
to.
make sense?
You're more obsessed with my thighs than what I am. Like what the fuck? You're not the epitome of health. You are someone who is really insecure because you're trying to attack
think I
me.
was worried
You know
about
that I'm an
cellulite
unfeeling
at
person.
22 years old? No. I was recruited for
22?
the Olympic rowing team when I was
And what'd you do with it?
20.
You married Courtney.
That's
You were a teacher
irrelevant.
at a high school. No one
Not at
cares.
that age, I wasn't. No.
Eventually, that's
finishing
like what you
college.
amounted to. Like, oh, the Olympic school. Oh, my gifted education program wanted me to work at fucking Lockheed Martin. No one cares. My point being, though, is that
This is
okay?
what daddy's issues.
Daddy issues. Your dad doesn't even talk to
Guys
you. My
like
dad
you
talked to me
should be
this
part
fucking
of the-
morning.
Guys like
Your
you should
dad
be
doesn't
part-
like you,
will
Ben.
throw you in.
You want to
and-
attack me
I
on
mean,
that? Your
you're-
dad disowned you.
you're worse than
Your
most
mother
women.
disowned you.
You're
You're
worse than most women.
worse than most women. I didn't even attack you to begin with. I just defended myself. I'm a baby. I'm like Israel.
All
Ben, you're
right.
getting
'Cause
roasted.
you're broke
man.
and you attack me.
Holy shit.
All right, here's what we'll do. Because Spin sent 10 to drop LaLo and Thorpe. So, LaLo, I'm going to drop you backstage unless you want to pay 10 to put yourself back up. And Ben, you got to keep it on Grace. Ben, you have to stay shut up, though.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah, yes.
Thank you. All right, LaLo, I'm going to set a timer for you 10 minutes.
Well, thank you, Spin City. Grace, can I ask you a question? What do you see so much in your father that like you stick to him like so like valiantly?
Raw masculinity.
Dude, come on, stop being a retard. Like, give an actual answer.
He's great content. He's funny. He's charming. Smart.
Do you like? Do you not
Debatable.
like? Do you think you're?
Bullshit.
Do you think you're over attached?
Oh, Spin's cucking all the content. Enjoying lasagna.
Spin! Well, who are you going to yell at now, Spin? All right, Thorpes, I'll put you backstage. You're on a timer. Unless you send 10 to negate it. If somebody wants to send 10 to negate either LaLo or the Thorpes, you got to pick which Thorpe to bring up, though. It has to be one or the other. Or both
Shit.
for full 20. It's up to you.
I could
All right,
agree with.
Spin.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Ant.
I could agree with Spin and Spirit, but you're right. He just keeps throwing back all the people we have to disagree with.
Yeah, who are you going to yell at now, Spin?
Given my new position in life, I have to be careful what I say, how I say it, and who I yell at.
That sounds like a personal problem, not a Sarah's
It is a
content
personal
problem.
fucking problem.
Exactly.
They're both they come in waves. They make every panel about themselves. They overtalk every fucking buddy, and I was tired of it.
Spin, don't you know you're stating the obvious that everybody knows?
Yep.
And there's consequences when I'm around.
But there's we're the ones suffering the consequences.
No, I just put them in the back and tell them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but that usually makes them leave.
Don't worry, leave them back there.
Suffer, pussy.
Damius
Suffer.
says free the Thorpes.
Cucked again. Suffer. Use your
All
disability.
right.
check for
If you
something else.
think,
Maybe some
you
salad.
think, hold on a minute.
I love it when they play with their money and fight each other with it.
Oh, sorry.
He's gonna go drop another 20.
No,
So
it's gonna be
Thank
be
you. I got you.
200,
You
and
can go
you're
back and
going
have her.
bye-bye for the rest of the night. Shut the fuck up.
Well, that would take 100 for each of them.
he's doing it. He's
Bet.
doing
You're
Bet.
spending $200? Well, shit, I might as well just shut the show down then.
This is what we pay taxes for.
For me?
Damius, do not pay 200 to get us back on. That's ridiculous.
No wheelchair upgrade this year. Instead, it's just gonna go to pure spite.
That's
Hey there, how's it going
crazy.
tonight, guys?
Hello.
Hi, Jetstream. How are you?
I'm doing well. Doing well. I was wondering, are there some feminists on the call? I had a question for them.
Ghosty, would you want to participate in some more questions? You are muted, darling.
Yeah, why not?
Darling.
Well, I was wondering just kind of what kind of feminist you were, I guess, because I was wondering if, like, would you consider J.K. Rowling a feminist? Are you like that type of feminist? Or would you say she's like not a feminist? And
She's
there's a different
100%
kind?
a feminist. Yeah.
You would agree
Isn't she a
she's a
turf?
feminist, right?
She's a turf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
I mean, I don't
wouldn't say
even
she's radical,
maybe
but-
kind of, but like she's definitely a feminist.
Okay,
But
and so
she's
do
a
you draw any
trans-exclusionary
distinctions between her positions and your positions, or would you say they're pretty much?
I don't really know all of her like positions, like to be honest with you. Like I don't even really know like what category of feminist I am. Like, but
Yeah,
Was
I
your
mean, I
question
think
about J.K. Rowling Jetstream.
yes, J.K. Rowling.
yeah, like from my understanding, like I read her tweets or whatever. I know some people like really hate her. I think that's kind of unwarranted.
Yeah.
So, but like I guess I feel like she's not like against trans people and stuff. She's against trans people taking like women's positions or women's progress, I guess. Like
Places.
the man of the year being or the woman of the year being like a trans man, like shit like
Right.
that.
Taking
I think-
honors and positions that are traditionally for women
Yeah.
from women.
Sports and shit.
I think we'd all agree with that, and I think that's kind of interesting because I think if depending on how you define feminism, I mean we're all like, we all have mothers, we all want our mothers to be treated well,
Hopefully.
right? So if we,
Yo, what's up,
right,
Kev?
hopefully.
Oh,
So from that point of view, like, do I want women to be like treated well and respected and all that jazz? Like, yeah. So if that's what feminism is, then I think like I'm on board. But what do you consider it to be?
The main thing is just like equality for women in a way, not like in outcomes, but in opportunities. So just yeah, having freedoms, equality. Like it's the same as like men's rights, but it's feminism. It's women rights, and you can believe in both. Like I'm all about men's rights. I'm all about women's rights. Like it's not like contradictory to each other. It's not like only caring about women and putting down men. That's not. Yeah.
Do you consider yourself an activist?
Online, I guess. Like I don't really go out to protests and stuff just because I'm kind of an indoorsy person. But I talk about it online, I guess, a lot.
Well, just one of the things I always say to people is like if they want to talk about like racism or sexism or nepotism or any of the isms that aren't good, I guess, is if you can point out like a specific example, then that's something that like a lot of people that I can maybe come to agreement on. But I think what's not helpful is when people just try to talk about like shadowy structures of power that you can't actually put your finger on, but they're just kind of like there secretly. Like that I don't think is really helpful because if I agree with you, then I tear everything down. So what would you say like is the clearest example of sex discrimination that you need to kind of like advocate against, if there is one?
The main
Did you guys hear about that DoorDash girl?
Yeah.
Which one? With the guy?
one that is being discussed right now in current topics.
She's because they indicted her.
Yeah.
She got a whole W. Sub chat.
Sorry, I forget what the question was. It was.
Oh, what do you think the biggest like injustice that's being done to women in the United States is?
Oh, I think so. Mainly, I do think right now it's like mostly a social thing, like fighting for equal respect. There's still like other things, like I talked about in my debate, which Taylor just kind of shrugged off. But in the medical field, there's still a lot of like female-only health issues that aren't invested in. They're like severely under-researched and shit like that. So women like are more likely than men to be misdiagnosed, and it's like because they think they're being hysterical or over dramatic, and they'll like account it to like mental stuff, and they have on average later times to get diagnosed and stuff like to men. So this is like one
they
thing.
still do the same thing with natives. They still do the same thing with natives. They don't give them pain medication because they think, oh, the natives they don't feel pain.
Yeah, that might
Still a
be.
thing.
Yeah, there's like lots of biases in the medical field still.
Well, so the first part of what
A lot
you
of
said about
biases in the world of existence.
100%, yeah. The first part of what you said, where you said that less research in funds, less resources basically are put into researching issues that are only affect women.
Medically, yeah.
I think that would be something that we could all agree that we want to prioritize equally.
I don't agree with that.
You don't think breast cancer is just as important?
Oh my God! Haven't we heard enough about breast cancer?
Testicular cancer.
Breast cancer walk. Breast cancer 5K. Breast cancer 10K.
Well, I think
we've heard that.
If you want to discuss,
hold on. Shut the fuck up. I think we've actually heard the breast cancer versus testicular cancer before. And I think because breast cancer hits like significantly bigger amounts of women, but compared to testicular is a significantly smaller amount that it hits. That's why the research is bigger in breast cancer than it is.
You know what they're not going to research in breast cancer? Whether being on birth control and not tricking your body into thinking you're pregnant for 10 or 20 years straight might contribute to breast cancer, because that's obviously what cancer is. Cancer.
That's exactly.
This is one of the issues.
Are you a doctor?
Thorps, that's exactly where I was going. The question was it how do you think women are being most disserviced in this country? I think the way that women are being most disserviced in this country is that everyone's been indoctrinated, I don't know, for the last 30, 40 years to maybe less, to believe that having children, having a family is a burden, to believe that being in a committed relationship is lame. I think that those two things, thinking that a family is a burden, thinking that children ruin you and end your life, thinking that being in a committed relationship is lame and boring, those three things are like more or less the root of everything else. Those things that I just said are why women are on birth control.
Obviously, the guy that gets no bitches,
can I respond real quick?
Against feminism. Like, come on, man.
So I was just gonna say,
not against feminism. If you're talking about me.
And first of all, one of the reasons. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be patient.
Just real quickly, like on the birth control thing, like one of the women actually fight for more research in things like with PMS and what was the other thing we just said? But like reproductive shit, but like specifically around female hormones. Oh, with birth control, and the only thing that they really do is like, oh, let's do a hormone blocker, which isn't really great, like for all women. Like we all see the bad side effects that birth control can have. Like in general, it's safe, but like it's not really great for all women to be taking for a long time. So this is something that like women talk about. Like we should do more research into things for research, but it's not getting done.
Research. Don't be a whore, and you'll be happier. You think anyone's going to do that research, Ghosty? Let's compare.
I mean, they do research that, but.
Did you guys hear? Did you guys?
To put it in a little bit more civilized.
Hey, Ghosty.
If you know what being a whore has to do with PMSing, but
Ghosty, if you're such a feminist,
you look at if you're going to take that medicine for medical reasons, that's one thing, right? You have PMS and medical reasons, that's one thing. But if you're taking it to delay pregnancy or to prevent pregnancy, that's a whole different issue.
Let me tell you something, Ghosty. I think you might agree with me on this. I'm not trolling. Do you know that basically at this point in time, a woman can completely understand her cycle 30 days around when she's and can largely naturally avoid pregnancy with just a little bit of paying attention?
Yes and no. Yes and no. And I only say that because like you can skip months too. Especially when you're younger. Even my cycle didn't officially regulate until I had my daughter at 22.
Yeah, depends how regular you are.
Yeah. But I do agree with you that if you are regulated and it's then yes, you can pretty much for the most part operate around that.
Yeah, that's how I've done it for most of my
birth
life.
control and IUD pills and all this stuff, which is not good for women and not good for their health. Obviously, to fuck with your reproductive system for years and decades on end is going to lead to things like cancer because, that's not what the intention is.
Yeah.
But Are you
something
are
to
you
back that up?
advocating that women should learn these signs, which are very easy, simple to teach?
Yeah, of course, but no, I would not recommend that because most people are stupid. Most people I can do that. That's how I've done it throughout most of my life, honestly. Like I've only been on birth control for maybe like a year or two of my life when I was kind of young. And like when I first started having sex and stuff. But like
Yeah, because the doctor was telling you to get on it.
no, my mom
that on you.
No doctor did. My
I have
mom
sisters,
did.
I know.
My mom told me I had to get on birth control if I was sleeping with my boyfriend.
So you do everything your mommy tells you to do?
I
When
was
you're
18,
in the
so
teens.
I think I was
You were
17.
18.
I was 17, 18 years old.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so
if we
again,
can get
as an
back on
adult, if you
topic
were
here a little
18,
bit,
you would do everything that your mommy told you to do?
No, but she told me to get on birth. He said the doctor pushed it.
You
I said,
just said that
I
your
said,
mom
can I
told you
explain?
to get on
Yes.
birth control.
I said,
Spin,
I was
hold on,
yeah,
Toast.
okay.
Hold on, just a second. Spin. Number one, don't
Hey,
yell
that
at
was
ladies.
then. What about now?
Shut up, fucking retard. Spin.
Are you
Number
taking
one-
that?
Okay, I'm gonna do this. Spin. Number one, don't ever yell at the ladies of my panels. Ever.
Wasn't
Number
yelling.
two, her listening to her mother at the age of 17, whether she knows or understands that it's good for her or bad for her, is totally not the case here. The point is she's listening to her parent. That is literally in the Bible as like
Yeah.
like what the fuck is your why are you angry?
I'm not angry.
Well, why are you yelling at a
He's
lady
making
of
like
the
a
panel?
negative thing, yeah.
But why are you yelling at her for saying that like you listen to your mommy? Yes, even at 17, if I have a 16-year-old, if she didn't listen to me, that's a fucking problem.
I agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't respond to comments like that if I were you. If someone says something like that, just ignore it. So anyway, to get
try
back
to
to what
think
I
it
was
through
saying,
next time
Pretty
before you-
grave.
when I asked you what was the biggest issues that you thought needed to be worked on to like advance feminist cause, the first thing you said is there's not enough research into female-only issues.
Well, I said social respect was kind of like at this point it's kind of more social stuff. So just like men, I don't know. There's like lots of instances in the workplace, outside of the workplace, where men aren't taking women seriously or as seriously as other men. So it's just like gaining actual social respect amongst men.
so that I
But
think
the
is a lot
thing
harder
about
to-
this, Ghost, is
It's
that
earned. I understand
the
it's earned and
entire
it's not
premise,
granted. But
the entire premise of sex entirely depends on the woman. You're right about men not being serious and all these things, and men
well, I didn't say men
neglecting and
aren't
all these things.
serious.
100%, you're right. The problem with this logic is that for intercourse to occur, for there to be a birth, for any of these things to happen, the woman has to consciously open her legs. And there's no oh, this guy is doing this guy's like this guy's. The choice falls down on the woman.
Doesn't have a name.
Save
Hold
for
on.
instances of rape. The
That's
choice
very
falls
true.
on the woman.
So are you saying the child isn't
Always.
the man's? Like the
Why
woman
don't the women
has-
open their legs for me?
It's everyone's responsibility. It takes
bro.
two to tango. It takes two to bring a life
let me-
into this
let
world.
me-
It's both
right.
people's responsibility.
Yeah,
But what
okay,
I'm
okay.
saying is the man could want to have a child as much as he wants. As a man, I could be like, yeah, I want to have a family. I want to have kids. It will not happen unless that woman opens her legs and lets me come in her.
And we're
Let me-
not.
Right,
working
and it's
on
the
Is
that.
same
a
opposite
must.
for it's the
Let me-
same opposite.
And the same, and all of the problems
Streaming,
that
bro.
come with intercourse and this sort of activity, all of those problems will only come if the woman opens her legs and introduces
we're
and
not-
allows
you're not
the
getting
man
that
into her
point.
life.
Hold on. Let
It's
me
that
ask you
simple.
this.
What's the
Let me
It's
ask you
that
this.
simple. No ifs,
Let me-
ands, or buts.
I don't
Okay.
even know when
Go
we
on.
were talking
Go
about
on.
this. But okay.
Take it late.
Go on, go on. No, Grace, let her finish. She's asking a question.
Stop. Who's more logical, men or women?
It depends.
False choice.
Man.
Oh,
It depends. I've met some really. I mean, if she's
Hold on.
autistic, I think I've met some really logical
okay, let me
women.
Ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you
They still don't
do you
open their
believe
legs for me?
do you believe women should be submissive to men?
I believe that a relationship is cooperation.
Oh my God! Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck
Women
outta
didn't
here.
Open your legs for you, boy.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
I'm just confused
I
why
have
it
a
even
question.
came up.
If
A
you're
relationship is cooperation.
The reason why I say
A relationship
this
is
because,
cooperation.
Shut
It's
up,
not
we
about
heard
you.
the
It's
first
not
three
about the other
times.
person.
people.
It's
Why don't
about
you
Shut
mute
up.
Timmy, just
Shut
talk
up.
for everyone.
unified relation.
Why
Okay,
don't you
we're
just
gonna
mute
do
people,
this.
Sarah?
I'm just. He just never understands that when I start talking, everyone else shuts up.
Well, he's,
He
like,
has a
ground to a
problem
fault.
with
He's,
that. He's always retarded every
subhuman.
time he comes here. So if you want to make me a happy girl, you know what to do because he just gets on my fucking nerves. All right, listen. The reason I say that
There's
is
many
that-
different dynamics.
Shut the fuck
All
up.
right.
Doesn't get a clue at all.
Literally doesn't know how. Like he just wants to hear himself talk instead of actually having the fucking conversation.
just end
And
it,
Sig, reminder that I'm the fucking host here. You are simply a guest. If you can't respect the rules, I ask that you fucking get the hell out. Okay?
There's nuance.
Try-
There's variety. They say
All right. I'm just gonna boot him.
It's been him forever. He's worse than Duck. He's worse than Duck. He's like worse than Vanta, whoever that
This
is.
is why I never have
Yeah.
an issue just kicking him because he's just always retarded like that. Anyways, the reason why I asked him that is because the same people who say, well, women are the gatekeepers or the whatever, key holders, whatever, to the vajayjay. It's that because they said okay means that like it was fine. But then in the same breath, they say men should be leaders and women should submit. And you're telling her we should fuck. And she's submitting to your recommendation saying, it's okay, baby. We're going to be together forever. I love you so much. Let's fuck.
Can I push back on that a little bit?
Hold on. And she's being submissive to you in that moment and doing what you're asking her to do. Like, okay, so pick one. In that breath, pick one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jetstream.
So when you're saying that these men will say that women are the gatekeepers and then turn around and say that they need to be submissive, like I assume when you're talking about women being submissive to men, you're coming at that from like a Christian perspective.
No, I'm coming at it from anyone who preaches patriarchy. Every single one of them says the same exact thing. Women should be submissive. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know people who think like that, but like, just, since I brought up Christianity, like Christians wouldn't say women submit to men, right? Christians would say wives submit to your husbands, which is like a different thing kind of altogether and like different context. And
like, sorry.
Yeah. So, and I'll push back to you on your note, right? To make it whole here. If I was preaching the Christian ideology here, which I would be in favor of, if you're gonna preach in terms of like wives should be submissive and we're gonna lead off of this and patriarchy and so on and so forth, and women are the gatekeepers, yes, okay, fine. But that means also the man is leading a Christian lifestyle too.
Right.
And therefore, he's not going to try to push her into having sex before marriage because he would be leading the same direction, right?
Well, and that was my overall point, is like, because I think you were like making the example of, oh, this man is telling her it's time to have sex and she needs to submit to that. It's like, no Christian woman needs to submit to a guy telling her to sin. Right. She doesn't have to submit to that because that's sin. Right. She submits to godly leadership.
He wouldn't even be asking her to begin with.
Exactly. Okay.
He would be leading her to Christ the same way that the Bible tells him to. Like, you know what I mean? Like they would be going hand in hand to that, and they would both be running the same level there. But when what we run into is these like dumbass red pill talking points where they say, well, you're the gatekeeper, you let him fuck you, blah blah blah, bitch. At the same time they're saying women are stupid and should be submissive and they're not logical and they're emotional creatures. And it's like, okay, well, you're with your girlfriend, right? And this is outside of the Christian arena, Jetstream. You're with your girlfriend, you've been together for a year, you've been fucking for, I don't know, 9 months, and you're upset that she's submitting to you on an emotional level because she obviously has no logic, right? And then you're also saying, well, she let me fuck her. She's the gatekeeper. It's her fault. She's responsible for this. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I hate hearing both. Like, it's her fault that we get to fuck her, but at the same time, she should be submissive. She's stupid. She's low IQ and she's just emotional. She's not a creature. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
I can respond to that.
Yeah.
It says wives submit to your husbands, not girlfriends submit to your boyfriends.
But the red pill says women should submit to the men. And this is even in the dating talking points on red pill. And that's why when Jetstream brought that piece up of women are the gatekeepers, that's a red pill talking point. Now, if we're going down the Christian route, the Christian man would not be asking her or even coming close to having her have sex with him before marriage, because he would be living a Christian life and not fucking her before.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still
you're talking about more of the Andrew Tates, the that other guy, kind of the manosphere. Fuck lots of women. I've got a Bugatti. You don't.
No, it's there. I disagree with you. Christian men are not emasculated. At Dashin.
Okay, but back to the topic of feminism, because Ghosty was talking about some things that I thought we could agree on.
You're both talking.
Oh, sorry.
You are trying to decide with each other who is whether the other person's fit for marriage. It's not about pretending to be married. So the woman should not. I don't think the woman should be submissive in dating, in courting. You know
I agree. I agree.
She's a free agent.
I agree, but the red pill would say otherwise.
Yeah.
I know,
that was the other guy who's not here anymore, though, saying that. None of us hold with
Submitting
that.
to someone you're dating?
But what I'm saying is, I think women, I would encourage Grace, if she's dating a guy, to date 5 other guys at the same time and play them off each other.
No.
But if she's married to a man, then it's a different story. I just think waiting.
Also, I wouldn't recommend, if you're going to be fucking any of them, then you should be at least cut that down and you be exclusive, right? If she's dating 5 men and she's courting,
I don't think so. I don't think so. If you're going to do that, you're fucking around. You shouldn't do that. If you're going to do it, but there's no ring on anyone's finger, how does it make any sense? Why pretend?
You're saying she should fuck around?
Premarital sex is not good.
You got a ring on your finger. Yeah, it's your own.
I'm not talking about being married. I'm talking about if she's dating 5 dudes.
Right.
The minute she starts fucking one, the other dudes are out of the picture.
I don't really understand that, because if you're not married, you're not married.
Yeah, why
because
would it be
having intimate relationships with multiple partners does not usually have good outcomes.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I
It's not his
understand
point at
you
all.
understand from a Christian point of view. This idea of premarital, like this kind of fake marriage relationship, is a bad idea. Okay, it's bad on both sides. But if you're going to do it, why? If you're going to play the field, but you're not going to ask to have a ring put on it, you might as well just play the field. Why?
Sexually?
Well, because promiscuity is bad, generally.
Yes.
Well, I
morally
think,
bad.
Sarah, let me just say this. I think, leaving aside sex, courtship is a time when you're trying to figure out whether you want to be with someone, right?
Right.
It's not about pretending to be with them to give it a test run, because you don't know. You and I both know. Put a ring on something, you have no idea what's going to happen, right?
You're not pretending.
Wait, are you saying?
So I don't understand. Well, just wait a second. Just let me finish the point. I'm not sure when you add sex to the mix, which I don't think is a good idea, that fundamentally changes what you're doing. You're supposed to now.
So you're saying she just shouldn't have sex at all?
Well, I'm just saying, if you ask one of these questions, like kids used to ask me, as you teach Catholic school, right? So they're like, well, if I'm going to fuck my girlfriend anyway, should I wear a condom? And it's like, I don't know what the answer is, right? Like, as a teacher, it's like, you shouldn't be having sex with her. But
I think you missed the point of what I was saying, Ben. I'm saying, because you said, I think she should play the field and date around, and I'm all fine with that in terms of courting, right? But my rule to add in, if anybody's watching, is if you're going to start fucking one of them, you do not have permission to date any of the others. Once you get physical with someone, that is exclusivity. You need to stop.
Why?
Does the woman needs to, or the guy needs to?
Both of you. Because, well, number one,
we're both
herpes.
being irresponsible. So, I mean, if you say, like, maybe there would be a difference, like an engagement ring. Okay, I recognize engagement ring, and that's different. Okay, but I'm saying that there's no engagement ring, there's no ring at all. You're saying if you get intimate, you should be exclusive. I don't know.
If you're going to make that decision, okay, let's even take sex off the table. If you start giving blowjobs, you should stop dating anyone else. I think that's nasty. Like, if you're gonna be intimate with anyone on any level, you should stop.
I get what you're saying is, like, that is a movement towards exclusivity. But what I'm saying is, if you haven't, I mean, how hard is it to put an engagement ring on someone's finger? Right?
I don't know what your personal
They're
sexual
missing the
morality has to do
point.
with anything, though. What does
Ben's
that have to
whole
do with the
point
price
is
of butter?
critiquing the moral.
I think a lot.
happenstance
He doesn't believe in
about- Okay,
boyfriends.
cut off. Okay, perfect.
Or
Okay,
relationships
beautiful.
before marriage.
A lot of people, and Ghosty may agree with me on this. I don't know. A lot of people tell me stories about how they were cheated on by their boyfriend, and I'm like, no, you're a whore. You were having sex before marriage. He had no obligation. What do you mean he cheated on you?
That's what I'm saying. He
Because-
doesn't believe in premarital
I
relationships.
hear,
He
I,
doesn't think it's
I
no
get
obligation
that. Ben
unless you have
says,
an
but
obligation.
Ben and I are saying two different things. I'm just saying, because you said you're okay if Grace plays the field and dates around. All I'm saying is adding a caveat to that, like, okay, play the field, go on dates, get some nice dinners, take some nice walks in the park, whatever. But if at any part of that you get intimate on any level with any of those men, all relations or communications, any of the other dudes stops immediately. Play the field, but the minute you start touching, that's it.
I would just push back on this way, right? I would say, like, I'm not gonna say obviously she's gonna either do what she says. I would say if it's like not just dating, like playing around, but actually bouncing around on dicks, I would say I would use that to your advantage. Like bounce around on whatever dicks you want to bounce around.
That's
You're a whore
morally
anyways.
reprehensible.
You've become a whore anyways because you bounced on a dick without the ring on your finger. So
How does putting a ring on your finger make you
Change.
not a whore?
oh my God, Ghosty.
I'm just curious.
Because you're saying we two people, I'm not pointing to Grace as like an example.
You're
Two
not?
people are saying we're making a lifelong commitment in which sex makes sense, having children makes sense. And we're saying it publicly to society, we're making a permanent commitment. So within
But the ring is the
time
only
frame-
difference, right? Like having a ring.
Oh my God! What's a piece
The
of
Catholic
paper?
is into the ritualism and the technicalities. You guys are missing the nuances in exactly
Well,
the
I guess
technicalities.
more
Fine.
so the question.
Say I love being
The
a
question
whore,
would
fine.
be does it stop you from having sex with other people, or does it just create consequences if you get caught doing it?
Ghosty, why is there no ring on your finger? Because no man has ever thought you worthy of it.
Okay.
Simple enough, right?
It's like
That's
I
okay.
also am not looking to necessarily get married right now
Oh,
either.
really? Are you going to go to the nunnery?
I will.
No, I live with my boyfriend. He's downstairs.
Better
We've lived together for almost 3 years.
Okay, so
That's
I
a
would say-
horrible answer.
I would say he's treating you like a cum dumpster.
He
But
is,
You can disagree.
but he's
Okay.
probably ugly, so maybe she
Are you
shouldn't marry him.
open to having children?
Eventually.
Okay.
Okay, how old are
Would
you?
you
now?
understand that really marriage is the right way to prepare to say that, or would you just have children? I mean,
No, I mean,
You're-
I'm not looking to have children right now either.
you're both assuming you're not having. gonna
How
have
old
children
are
at the
you?
current time, right? That you wouldn't like go off, like you wouldn't just like mistime it, oopsie, and he
No,
wouldn't.
I've never had a pregnancy scare in my life. Like,
That's not surprising.
But I understand. But most people don't. Here's the thing: most people don't get pregnant accidentally, right? They're trapping the other person or whatever. Right?
no, what? Most people
2026.
trap people?
Isn't it like
You
over
have like a
50%?
bizarre view of.
In
Yeah,
20
Because
kinda
here's
like a
why.
whole-
Do you want to know why,
Women-
Ghosty?
a woman at your age does
Here's
not
why.
accidentally
Because
pregnant.
if
She's
you
fucking
have
around.
shut up, Ben. If you have bad intentions towards other people, more than likely you believe
You assume.
Right.
other people have bad intentions for
Hurt
you.
people hurt
That's
people.
why.
Then where did you get hurt? Lying horse. That's why you're going to. I reiterate my insane asylum program. We started the insane asylum. Make the case you shouldn't be in there anymore. Okay.
Your rules really hold well,
Garbage
Sarah.
If I
psychopath.
called a 302 right now, you would be the one getting taken away, buddy.
100%,
But
dude.
Here
He's
over here- he's over here like-
all you all
That's not really
whores,
addressing his questions,
you
though.
predict.
Princesses like you, whores.
a
You're a
fucking
whore.
princess.
Are you a
That's
whore?
the
Ghosty, you
funniest
have a lot
thing.
of
You-
leverage here, okay?
How aren't you a cum dumpster, Ghosty?
No, hold on. This is equal footing,
That's what
okay?
you want to call my relationship?
no, it's-
I don't give a
He
fuck.
doesn't respect you. We all know that, but I'm the only one who'll say it. But I'm
Why
gonna
would
call the
anyone
cops.
care about your
Go fuck
opinion, though?
yourself.
Like,
I'm
why
not-
would
She
I-
cares. She cares by responding. Okay, number one. Okay,
I don't know what's
no cam
happening.
person.
Well, how are you
Ghosty,
not a whore?
you're not responding now. What?
Well, I mean, to be fair, Ben, like nobody gives a fuck. Like Ghosty's personal life is not on the
That's a
chopping
cope.
block
That's a
right now.
cope.
Shut up, LaLo. Ghosty's
What?
personal.
Well, she talked about
Ghosty,
it.
hold on
Did
a
she
second.
stutter?
What I'm saying is Ghosty's personal life is not on the chop. If you want to come in with anecdotal experiences or pointing at other people's experiences, that's not an argument. You're not making an
Well, I mean, I
argument.
think you said
You're
you could-
just simply applying shame to her personal life because that's what you want to do right now.
Okay,
If
but
you
his
want
is
to make
much
an-
worse,
Shut up,
probably.
LaLo. Am I talking? If you want to make a point, Ben, come up here, give us some facts, give us some data, give us the studies, and show us why anybody who chooses to live with their boyfriend or girlfriend before marriage would be wrong. Instead, you're pointing at Ghosty and trying to make her like she's some terrible example when you
Mom,
yourself
have to
aren't
protect
even
her whole
applying
daughter.
the
I
shit
get it, I get
properly.
it, okay. I'm just saying, look, I don't need studies. We all have kind of common sense here. You and I both understand the Catholic teaching about premarital sex, and it does make a certain amount of sense, right?
No, you're making
Dating
claims
should be
and you
a
need to
time
support them.
when you are considering making this choice. You're not making the choice in pretend. That's stupid. Because what happens is, okay, and I'm not using Ghosty as an example. When people live together for a long time like this, what happens to the woman biologically? She gets bonded, right, to the man.
Oh God.
She might say,
here's
"Oh
some
well,
bro
you know,
science
Wasn't
for
that?
ya.
Didn't they disprove that because that was actually a study of animals and not
Yes.
actual people?
Yes,
yeah,
Sarah.
suck a dick.
Yeah,
Ben.
No.
there's no
In-
proof
No.
that
in
sleeping
Sin
around
City,
leads to not being able
life,
to
It totally
bond.
does.
that are bonded with him.
Totally does.
I mean,
Women
oxy-
get
oxytocin is
bonded to
real.
men.
Like,
All right, all right.
Over
Well,
and over
if you got
and
paid
over.
enough to sleep with any given
One at
person,
a
you'd of course
time.
reject that. You said one at a time. You've been yapping the whole fucking time, and you take
On the
forever
other
to make a
hand,
point.
the man is also turned into a kind of, like he's like an addict of sex, right? Because she can now say like yes, no. There's no obligation.
Are
like
you
there would be
projecting
with
or are
marriage.
you stating that's like a normal?
Oh,
Yeah, I think he's
psychobabble!
projecting.
Great move!
Yeah.
You're just gonna make claims and claims and claims. Or you're gonna support them
Wow,
one
a
of these
woman
days.
doing
Yeah.
psychobabble. How innovative!
I'm just, you're just kind of like stating random shit. I don't even know what you're trying to talk about right now.
Exactly.
Oh, you
I'm
don't?
just-
Why don't you look in the mirror?
Okay,
You-
can I
Okay,
ask
You're
but-
just being an abusive
have sex
asshole.
with your boyfriend? No.
And what is like do you just need to beat up on women tonight? You started with Cal, now you're moving over to Ghosty.
He's a
and
That's
drama
good
queen.
What do
content.
you
That's
need
good
to
content.
do?
You don't want this
I'm
Andrew
really
Wilson,
feminist
Cult of
here.
Dusty
She
bullshit
just
where you
wanted
need
to say women are too
studies.
Stupid.
He's a
She
little
waiting
drama
for that.
starter.
She just said that
Good.
women are too stupid to pay attention to their own cycles. That is
Who said that?
misogyny. Ghosty?
Nobody
Well,
said
She
that.
said it.
I
She
said,
said
well, hold on. I
women
said I
are
wouldn't
too
recommend
stupid.
women to not be on birth control because if they're having a lot of, especially casual sex, because yes, you can track it, but I don't trust people to do that because yeah, a lot of people are stupid.
Women are stupid. I
A
don't
lot
say
of
that. I think
there's a
women
lot
are
of dumb
smart.
women out there. Yes, I don't
Well-
trust them to track their
misogynist now.
periods monthly, like because there's just
And even
already
at
a lot of
that-
mistakes.
Even at that, like I said
Why
earlier,
don't
like
we
it
continue
takes
and
so
say, especially the
long.
blacks. Come on, Ghosty.
Oh
Let's go.
God,
Let's
here we go.
full
Now he's gonna
hard
race
right.
bait it.
Okay,
I mean, the
Well,
rhythm
yeah.
network isn't even that
Right.
reliable, anyways.
All right.
I had a question.
Yeah.
So, Ghosty, earlier when we were talking about like the issues, I think if we're going to find common ground on feminism as a benefit, right? Like you need to point to specific issues that we can agree are like unjust, right? So
Okay.
you start off by saying that women's issues aren't well funded enough and that there's a disparity in the funding between women's issue. But then the example you use is birth control, which like, that's not.
Well, no, I didn't use birth control as an example. I don't know how birth control got. Well, I said it's something. Yeah, I guess I said it's kind of like
Not
a
funded.
shortcut issue rather than like finding a better solution.
But
for
like, if you
PMS
were
and
telling me
shit
that,
like
a ton of women were dying from this in really high numbers and percentages, and we were spending more money helping men who are dying in lower numbers and lower percentages, I think that you and I could get on the same page, and like, I could be a feminist in that way, right? But then when you say that, like, oh, we need to reform the social character of the country, and like men and women just like, women aren't treated the same. Well, what I have to ask you then is like, well, how do you know that? And so what you're pointing to, I think, is like studies. Well, there aren't enough female CEOs, and so when you start talking like that, now you are talking about equality of outcome and not equality of opportunity.
Well, that's why I didn't really bring any of that stuff up, though.
What's that?
Like, I didn't really bring any of that stuff up, though. Like, I've even talked about in the past changing, like, having scholarships for men to go to school, like college and stuff, because I think right now we're seeing, like, a reverse thing where it was like women weren't going to school and now women are like taking over the education system.
Yep.
So like I would be fine with going back a little bit in the other direction and giving men only grants and scholarships for schools. Like, so I don't really like, this isn't really something I've talked about. Like, I'm not somebody who like talks about the patriarchy and shit like that. So
yeah. So then I think then we've got a lot of common ground,
I am
right? I think
much
we share a lot
older
of goals,
than
and that like, a reasonable approach like that, you would find somewhat like an ally in me, right? But it's when people start talking about, oh, the patriarchy's in everything, they're in the water, we need to tear the whole system down because the patriarchy's oppressing all women every day. Like, that's when I can't.
I'm still kind of confused on even like what the patriarchy means. Like, from my understanding, it's like a biblical term where it's like men over women, but like I guess what they mean is like men running and ruling society.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
definition,
at this point it's like an intentional, like, I don't know, like maybe in some people, there's obviously some people who don't want women in the workforce and want women to have power.
Wait,
I think
I gotta push
that
back on
generally
something.
the story of human history has been of men and women working together
hear
and
me, Sarah?
cooperating against the.
Yeah, but if you can hear that they're having an exchange spin.
I'm sorry, it's in and out for me.
Oh,
Sarah.
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
I'm missing. I don't have audio for whoever's talking.
No, you're fine, Jet.
I'm sorry. But I was going to say, like, generally, the story of human history has been men and women working together, cooperating, fighting back against like the brutality, and the all the hard stuff that you have to do to survive in this world, right? Like, we had to work together, and it was really, really hard. And sometimes that led to like women having to do certain things and men having to do certain things because that's what it took to survive. Right. And so like to take that and view that as a whole history of, well, men have just been oppressing women and keeping them down and, taking away their liberty just because they're mean. Right. I think just is a totally immature way to view human history. And I think that's kind of where the patriarchy comes from,
I mean, I think there's definitely been unfairness and oppression for women, but yeah, I wouldn't like overall categorize all of human history as men just being like evil and they want to hurt women and stuff. But I mean, there has been periods where women are not looked like as equally valuable as another man.
So there have definitely been periods where legally women didn't have the same rights as men, but I would never say that women were viewed like less valuably or less than human, right?
As a person, I mean, they might value her for like having children or something, but they like, I don't know, like women being property at certain points or like it's there. I mean, you can even look at how men used to talk about women in books and stuff, even like not too long ago, just like men believing that women don't have the same mental capabilities as men. They're like other things besides physicality. This was something that was common back then.
Yeah, well, maybe some men have said that women are dumb or make jokes about women's intelligence and things like that, but don't you think some women make similar jokes about men?
Yeah, but
Right?
but when it's like into getting into the laws now and people are literally like trying to make it a medical thing, like for specifically women.
Yeah. So you think there were laws that were put in place based off of the assumption that women had less mental capacity than men?
There were certain ones.
You think so? I mean, if you could show them to me, maybe we could agree that those were wrong. But
so, I mean, like even the medical thing, like they medically, I forget like the word for it, but they did this for white women who slept with black men. And they did this for all types of different women and stuff, but there were like medical terms basically calling them stupid, but making it like an actual medical disease. Like women have a dumb disease, like actually. So yeah, I think just men realizing that women have like are on the same page as you guys. It's just you guys are stronger and we have different hormones. But like, yeah.
Well, and I think luckily, like there isn't stuff like that going on today. And if there was, we'd all, you know, be in agreement that it shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I have to push back on something.
Okay.
Ghosty, I know I am much older than you. I was born in the 70s, right?
Okay.
You said, if you can remind me exactly what you said about women and education. You just said it.
Just now?
No, a couple minutes ago. I was having audio issues, so I apologize. My pushback, and maybe it'll help remind you. When I was in school, kindergarten through 12th grade, predominantly they were woman educators. When my girls were going to school, and I have 4 of them, their teachers, for the exception of one, was a female.
Yes.
So your that logic is flawed.
So when I said that I think we should give men scholarships for colleges because men seem to be lacking in the educational department compared to women, you think that's what?
I was trying to follow your logic. I mean,
if men are falling behind in education,
there are plenty of women getting scholarships, free rides, whatever the fuck you want to call them, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So where is your logic in saying that they're not? Or are you saying there are?
I said that women are doing so well in education and have taken over the education system that we should probably reverse it a little and give men only scholarships and grants for men to help them catch up in college.
Yeah. And I think that's due to the girls. All the girls go into education because just by temperament, by disposition, they're going to gravitate more towards that field. Women are generally more interested in people. Men are generally more interested in things, right? This is just like a average, right? Not every woman, not every man.
Aren't businessmen like dealing with people?
They sure are. They sure are, but they're dealing with things too.
Well, I mean, you know what I would say to end all of this buffoonery, because I think it's just absolute hogwash. I think you remove oh goodness, Dashton, you scared me. I think you remove names, sex, race from applications of scholarships, grants, getting into school, getting into programs, whatever, so on and so forth. You remove the identifier, give them your social security numbers, your identifier, right? Not your name.
You don't need that. Mm-hmm. You can take their names and just create a hash out of it and just use that as an ID. You don't even need
something, right? An ID number for that application.
Right. I don't like using social security numbers because
you get the example though, right?
Yeah.
But it's something that doesn't identify you as a girl, a guy, a race, this, that, a thing, a what, a duck. I don't know, right? And then now we are actually at merit, and now you are removing, that issue of, well, are women only getting in because we want to push more women in, or are Indians getting more scholarships because they're Indian, right? Like, are Black people getting more scholarships even though they're this or that or whatever? Like, now you can just go based off of merit.
But Sarah, that only gets you through the application process. Eventually, you have to get a face-to-face interview, and that's still going to face potential discrimination issues.
But the thing of it was at least in order to get to the next level, right? Now you've completely removed the entry point from being bias of any sort, right? At least we can say that. and then you move forward to the next level. But see how many people move forward. It's not going to be like, I don't know, we're going to only pick 1 out of 100 people to get this thing, right? You're going to narrow it down to like the top 10 people and then pick one, right? And then that is your personality that's going to win that interview. That is like who you are, and you're like you face to face with a person. And if that person thinks that they don't like you because you're black, well, sorry, shit happens. There's nothing I could do there. Right. Yeah. But at least the entry point, there is no bias.
I agree. It's a good change to make. It's not going to fix the whole problem.
I mean, we start by asking on job applications, college applications. Fuck, you fill out a form somewhere and it's like, what race are you? What gender are you? What this are? And then like, oh, do you want to fill out this survey? It's not required, but do you want to fill out this survey? Like, at that
for
point,
college, it's like survey option. Like they're surveying
a lot of that's optional,
who's going to school and shit like that.
Can I just make a little admission real quick on that? In my job, I have to collect demographic information about the people that I help, right? And the reason for that is to make sure that the government can make sure that I'm not, helping one race of people over the other. But really, it's to make sure that I'm not disadvantaging Black people, right? Like, that's the only reason, is to make sure, like, no minorities are being discriminated against. And so what I do...
It's also fraud prevention.
But wouldn't that make you actually favor one way over the other to ensure you meet the quota of whatever it is you need to meet?
Well, what I do is anytime I'm dealing with a white person, I'll just say they don't want to provide any information about their race. And then if I'm dealing with a minority, I provide that shit. So I am the most
smart.
I'm the most like diverse. Nobody is more in with the minorities than me. It's every one of my deals is a minority.
Holy shit. Or you could just mark everything as other.
Yeah,
that's what I do sometimes when I know that, like, okay, I'm the single white female, whatever. Like, if I think that that's going to hurt me, I put other.
Yep.
I just do it out of practice if they give me the option.
Well, you can be white and Hispanic or Latino. So, like, I don't know what that means. Latin. Well, I'm kind of Latin in a way. Like, what does Latin mean? I mean, English is based on Latin. So in a way, as an English-speaking person, I'm kind of Latin, of Latin heritage.
So that's what confuses me sometimes, because it usually refers to like Hispanic origin, right? But Latin would imply Roman origin. So
also, Native American, native comes from natus, which means born American. So I wanted all my kids to say, check that box from the beginning. And how are they going to know? Want you to make a TP?
Well, my sister actually received, I think it was like $16,000 from the state for being an educator, and in order to get this money, she had to be going into education, and she had to be 1/16 minority. Like that was all. I'm like, who in this country is not 1/16?
I was gonna say, that's about everybody.
He's not. He has nothing.
100%.
I have 0.0001 West African.
Hitler's fantasy.
Whoever's got not 1/16 of minority in their blood, you're pure blooded, I guess. You got the pure.
Ghosty, I wanted to ask you about the when you said marriage is just a piece of paper. I mean, I know that's kind of like a trope thing to say.
I never said that.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did.
I never said that.
Said the ring.
I mean, with the state it is.
I was questioning him about like a ring. Getting a ring is the thing that makes you not a whore. Like, so if you have a boyfriend and you're just sleeping with a boyfriend, but you don't get married, and your entire life you only sleep with one guy and it's your boyfriend, Ben is calling those people whores because they don't have a ring on. So that was like my question, basically.
And then
how does the ring make a difference?
Yeah, there are some actual married people that are actually whoring around.
No,
but the ring is
all spouses should be whores to each other.
Yes,
the ring is the difference between the guy asking, like, making a commitment to you versus not. Wouldn't you say that's a difference?
Well, that's why I asked the question earlier. Does the ring stop you from being a whore, or does it simply offer consequences if you are?
Well, no, in Ghosty's example, right? She said if you stay with the same person all your life and only sleep with that person but never put a ring on it, you're not a whore. Of course not. Of course you're not a whore if you only have sex with one person. That's
I think what Ben is disagreeing with.
Well, that woman in that situation would not.
Why
be,
wouldn't you get a
hold
ring?
Hold on. She wouldn't be promiscuous, but I still think that society would generally view her as lesser than a woman with a ring on it, right?
I don't.
Don't you think that's kind of weird?
Because even if she slept with just that guy for her whole life, he never saw her as worthy enough to make a commitment to.
No, not necessarily. Some people just don't.
But yeah,
don't
not
believe in marriage.
necessarily. Some people just
never put a ring on it. I mean, that's just literally factually what that means.
Some people just like don't want involvement with the government. Some, like you can just making a commitment to somebody else has nothing to do with whether you're wearing a ring. Being committed is in you.
That's not true.
It is.
Commitment necessitates consequences, right? So even if you just wanted to talk about it legally, you could say, oh, what does the government have to do? Well, if you like, everybody knows like a marriage license and the ring, it's not nothing. Like getting a divorce isn't nothing. It's
the ring is literally saying I'm spoken for.
The ring is saying I'm spoken for. The ring, all like the financial stuff is all different. And if you try to break out of it, there's also all these consequences you're going to face.
So there's like a larger financial
relationship.
So you're saying because they're married, there's a larger financial consequence and legal consequence. So
that's part of it.
Also,
I'm saying if you
so therefore it's not a commitment.
You think of vow?
I don't. Hold on. I'm just talking like legally. Like if we just put the moral part of it aside or whatever, the relationship. I'm just saying legally, it's a. If you say
it's not going to make a difference on whether somebody cheats or not. That's what I'm saying. Like there could be a more committed woman who's not married to her boyfriend than a woman in a marriage.
That's
like the ring isn't what
true.
makes you not want to cheat. Like that's not what
I'm
it
not
is.
saying the ring it like forces someone to be loyal to you. Like they don't have free will anymore. I'm just saying that it is a much bigger barrier being actually married to someone.
No, it simply allows for a consequence if you choose to do wrong, right? It's not a guarantee. Now you could say I hold this oath and I have vows and I promises and under God and so on and so forth. It doesn't stop you from being an idiot, but it simply says that there are consequences and you are wrong if you do.
No, it's a totally different thing if you've made a commitment to break the commitment. If you take a vow and then you break the vow,
but you can make a commitment.
If you're not, hold on. Then if you're dating and like, what would prevent someone from just, I'm about to go balls deep, just text and go, it's over, press send, and then he goes balls deep. That's not cheating, right?
Your will, like your desire to not want to cheat on somebody.
That's not cheating. What I'm saying is, I'm not talking about your situation, but like, let's just say a certain situation. Okay, so you've not made a commitment. Okay, so he's with another chick. And he's like, yeah, I'm just going to text her. I'm done with our relationship.
I'm telling you, we have made a commitment to each other. That's what I'm saying. When you're in a committed relationship, even though you're not married, even though you don't have a ring or you didn't sign a paper, that doesn't mean that you're not committed to somebody if you say you're committed.
What is the commitment?
That we're not going to sleep with other people.
Right. You're going to be exclusive.